I'm Sarah, and I'm Dan.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Jay. And I'm Dan.
And we talk about comics.
At the Comic Con.
Jay loves Grant Morrison.
He's so Dan.
He's
so
Dan.
All day. He's Dan. All day. Yeah, so we've been doing we're officially starting the annual food drive / toy drive. If you bring in any canned foods or any unwrapped toys, you get an additional 10% on top of whatever your discount is for that day anyway. So members, if you're one of our big guys and you get 15%, bring in a toy or piece or some kind of canned food and you get 25% that day.
Holy cow!
Yeah, good stuff.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
I wish I had that discount.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? And also, we had some really good comics this week, so we got some stuff to talk about. First one is Adventure Comics?
Adventure Comics. It's a Blackest Night tie-in. Superboy Prime is being chased in his universe where pretty much he lives in our universe with an actual DC, so he breaks into DC headquarters looking to have everything changed. It's a pretty fun book.
Yeah, it's awesome, and you get to see something really cool with the Black Rings that I've never seen before.
Yeah, something was revealed that they're going to tap on later. It's Jeff Johns, pretty much the same thing with reading in Blackest Night, so it's a good read.
Yes, definitely very good.
And moving on.
Hey, since that was in a parallel, since it was like Earth 1 where he was, can you actually say that like what happened with those rings could happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, totally could happen.
Okay.
Buy as many rings as you
I didn't read it, so I couldn't. I can't weigh in on this one. And it's Earth Prime, not Earth 1.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, school.
Next is the New Avengers Annual.
The cover does not say it all. It's a really, really fun book. This is the conclusion to the list Avengers.
Well, it's on a different angle today.
Thanks, Matt.
So
For everyone who saw Clint Barton, he got taken down by the Dark Avengers.
Yeah, this is part 2 of the list story with Clint Barton, breaking into the Dark Avengers tower. So it's a great story, and I like the art. The art's pretty good. It's pretty spot on.
It's really more build up for Siege, more Brian Bendis. So it's a good read if you want to play everything Siege.
Excellent. We're going to move on to God Complex, which is a new image book. It's being drawn by Michael Avon-Oeming, who is definitely a kind of an acquired taste, and there it's back again, because we didn't get it right the first time, apparently. Thank you, Everett. Everett, get a hand Take a bow. Let the people see the good work you do. There you go.
Oh,
There's
there
Everett.
it is.
He probably wasn't in frame.
I did not.
Yeah. I heard your complaints were mainly the art.
Yeah, the art bothered me, and me and you were kind of going on a conversation where you were saying this dialogue was a little weak, and you were talking about like maybe because you were spoiled by all the great writers that are out there right now. But truthfully, I just found it to be a little boring halfway through, and then it just got a little predictable for me. That's the way I saw it.
It's definitely it's enough of an interesting read that I'm going to pick up the second issue. But it wasn't superb.
No, it definitely wasn't.
I really do like Michael Avon-Oeming. I really like the fact that he does something completely different. Nobody else does anything like Oeming. It's really distinct. It's really unique. So I like that. I respect it for that.
I like Oeming's other stuff.
What I was saying is I kind of got spoiled by Powers because that's Oeming with Bendis' dialogue.
Okay, all right.
So I'm looking at Oeming's art, expecting to read snappy, witty, awesome dialogue, and it's just kind of clunky.
I've seen the Powers art, and that's nice, but I don't know what it is about this one. I just felt it was off. I don't know why this one bothers me.
Yeah, no, I dig Oeming, but I can definitely see him. But he was even an acquired case for me. So, yeah, it's worth taking a peek at. If the second issue really pulls through, then it could be a decent series. But as of right now,
I'll give it a read.
But we are sold out of it, so it
Yes.
seems to have done pretty well for itself. So yeah, keep an eye out for that maybe. And yeah, we'll have to review number 2 to see if it's gotten any better.
Definitely.
Cool.
Brochure the Gathering is next?
Brochure the Gathering is next. Lower.
There's Everett.
Yay!
Nick Crochet deals with a lot of the characters who are being led by the Black Queen as to how they came to join her. A lot of mini stories, so it's not completely needed to read all Nick Crochet, but it's still a pretty decent read.
And it's nice to see how it's coming together because I like when when they did it with the Dark X-Men stuff,
Yeah.
when they showed how they got Mystique, how they got so-and-so. I really like the art, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the art is really pretty in
The
this.
story
Like,
about Mortiz,
yeah,
that was,
I was just
yeah, one of those.
Is Crane doing all? I know Crane's doing the covers, but is Crane doing the interior art on these?
I think they're different for
Yeah,
the
they're different
artists.
for like, there's 4 or 5
For
stories,
different
I think.
artists, yeah,
Yeah.
different art for the different.
But the covers have been absolutely rough.
Yeah.
It's all modeled after, old vampire films. And,
Yeah.
all Crane, adored Crane since the first time I noticed Crane was that first Ghost Rider mini that him and Enos wrote it. Garth Ennis wrote it, and he drew it. And it was,
I thought he did some loner stuff too.
he might have, like I said, the first thing I noticed him on was Ghost Rider, but I've adored him ever since. then. So the
Okay.
covers have been dropped. Of course, we still got plenty of these. So yeah, check them out.
Yeah. Moving on to Murderer.
Pilot Season Murderer, written by Robert Kirkman, so you know it's going to be a pretty good book, and it really was. This telekinetic character who's sort of like a vigilante, so I know you wouldn't be a big fan of that. But what I liked is that it was very similar to like Dexter, the
Yeah.
TV show, where he needs to do things he do, or it just drives him insane, and he's still trying to lead it down a good path. So it's a really cool perspective book on if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, when I read this book, you said, hey, you got to read this. I read it, and I actually surprisingly enjoyed it, and the art's actually pretty good too.
Yeah, the art's pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds interesting.
Issue 1, we should still have some left, I think. So you
I
should.
think that the one you held
Yeah,
up.
We only have 1 left, so we all better rush to
Oh,
get that.
Um, and then a couple of us also read Dark X-Men
Yes.
this week.
Mhm.
Hey, I've been a fan of Nate Gray ever since the Age of Apocalypse, which we have all of them on the shelf.
Get
so
that.
that's
Get
a great
that.
classic crossover.
I'm still halfway through it.
Really good stuff. And this was a good issue. The writer's really interesting.
Cornell, right?
Fraction took to introducing characters and then telling what their powers were, and then maybe like a little bit of descriptor. The classic being Cyclops, optic blast, owns a jetpack. Brilliant! But in this one, Cornell is putting a song lyric or a song title underneath everybody's name to give you kind of a feel for what the character is all about, which is fantastic, and it really works. And most or all the references this week were
This one's all Stones.
Yeah,
all
were
Rolling Stones.
Was last month's? I thought last month's was Beatles.
Yeah.
So he's going to the Beatles
because
and
Omega
Stones.
was
Hit the big
nowhere
ones. Hit the big ones. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Very good stuff. And there's a couple moments in it that I thought were a little bit cheesy, but then in the end, completely wrapped it up well. You really get to see Nate Gray doing what those of us that love Nate Gray, you love seeing him do, which was
And
great.
Dark Beast.
Yeah.
Dark Beast
Oh,
is
yeah.
great in it.
Yeah, Dark Beast is just kind of a force of nature. Like, you
Yeah.
just kind of throw him in and he's going to do what he does, and he's such a well-developed character that and they pull no punches with this one. Well done. Awesome.
Great.
Grizzly stuff, cool stuff, fun times. The Dark X-Men, this series, much better than the last one.
Yeah.
The last one was, it was okay, but it wasn't great. This one, fantastic.
It
You
actually
should read it.
turned me off to the series before.
You
But
should check this one out.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out. But moving on to Ghost Rider: Heaven's on Fire. I love this book. This is.
Yeah.
I think it's a biased opinion here in this group.
We've all read
all
Ghost
love
Rider.
Ghost Rider:
We
Heaven's
all
on
love
Fire.
And all of Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Aaron.
I actually didn't wear my Ghost Rider hoodie this week just so that I wouldn't be completely typecast, but Ghost Rider is one of my favorite all-time characters, and Jason Aaron has been doing great stuff ever since I first known on him. So yeah, great book, great read.
We have the previous issues leading up to this issue here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One,
so
two,
Yeah,
three.
if you haven't caught up on this, we've got 1, 2, and 3. This is part 4. Check it out. Good read. Lots of stuff to get out there for you. We had kind of a big week of reviews because we had a lot of really good books this week. So yeah, start taking some of your time. Hope you enjoyed it.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Yeah, later.
God
damn
it! No, don't go to the food drive.
Oh,
We'll need that piece too.